I'm Deborah Borchardt, and this is your weekly stash. Canopy Growth reported slumping revenues on Thursday and signaled a new cost-cutting era. They are cutting back on cultivation and laying off 800 people. Revenue fell by 28% to $101 million. The company also reported net losses of $266 million, and their cash and short-term investments fell by a whopping $583 million to just $789 million at the end of December. Now, if that still sounds like a lot of money, they had $1.3 billion at the end of March. The acquisition of New York medical cannabis operator Attain by Riv Capital is entering another messy chapter. Scott's Miracle-Gro, the owner of the hydroponic company Hawthorne, has filed a lawsuit against Jason Wild and Terracin, saying they have ruined their $175 million investment into Riv Capital. Hawthorne is complaining that Wild had fought the Riv Capital plans to buy Attain because he wanted a New York license himself. Wild says Riv Capital just overpaid for the property. SNDL finalized its purchase of Canadian dispensary chain Superette, which was in bankruptcy. They said they plan to support the brand, and they're actually going to change some of the Spirit Leaf Ontario names to Superette. In state news, over the first three-day weekend of legal sales in Missouri, the state reported $12.6 million in sales. They said that stores had lines going out the door on Friday. Well, in Washington state, we had a break from a national trend. A federal judge there upheld the state's residency requirement for cannabis businesses and ruled that the Dormant Commerce Clause doesn't apply because cannabis is still federally illegal. Now, you may recall a lot of states have been losing this case, and they have been told that the DCC does apply to cannabis, so this could send all this controversy into a much higher court. The start date for Maryland's upcoming adult use cannabis sales could be as soon as July 1st under the terms of new legislation introduced this week by state lawmakers. New York has said it's going to crack down on those illegal operators, while the state's Office of Cannabis Management recommended that medical licenses be expanded. The OCM also suggested that medical patients should no longer have to register. And that's it for this week with the Stash. If you haven't already signed up for the Morning Rise newsletter, it's free and hits your inbox at 7 a.m. with fresh content. It's not just a collection of headlines from other outlets. So wake and partake of the Green Market Report Rise. I'm Deborah Borchardt, and this has been your weekly Stash.